Hi, we're Antonia and Richard. Welcome to Ant and Dick's Excellent Adventure.
So, garden update. Our man Stoyan from Bulgaria has been. We mentioned him in the last video, in the last garden video I should say. He was coming to strim for us. So there's good news and bad news. The good news is this now means we can get into the bottom of the bit of the garden, which goes on and on and on. So the bad news is we've now got no excuse not to trim all these trees as well. I'll show you how far it actually goes down here. All fruit trees. Other good news was he didn't find any snakes, he says. Look at it. Who'd buy a second home with this much land? Hey? Look back up there. Wave, Ant. Yes, if you can see Ant through there, through the trees there. Just to give some idea of, you can see the beehive and the barn there. So that's how far the garden comes down. Like to take on a project when you buy a holiday home. Those of you that know where we live at home in the UK will know that this is one extreme to the other. Having purposely bought something with next to no garden, so it became a bit more lock up and leave to go travelling. We've now gone and done this. Oh well, never mind. It's all good fun. Right down here, there's no idea where this goes. There's a gate there. Not very far by the looks of it. Don't know. It obviously did at some stage. Anyway, look at that. Gorgeous. But this is some upkeep. Luckily, according to Stoyan, who's obviously local, we better get another month or so of the growing season in Bulgaria, and then it all stops. Anyway, onwards.
So we got getting rid of a couple of suckers there.
Make of that what you will.
So that's a pile so far.
This again is first thing in the morning, because
What's time now? It's about 9:30. It's not really first thing, but it's...
No, it's 9:30 because by about 2 o'clock this afternoon it's due to be 38 degrees.
Yeah.
And there's only one place I want to be in, and that's in
Should we have...
You tell me.
I'm trying to work it out.
Oh, did you say that one's there?
Yeah, that one. Oh, lovely action.
Thank you. Years of practice. You sure? That looks lovely. Our man Stoyan said be harsh with them.
He did indeed.
Yeah, and he is...
Anything vertical or anything below head height.
He is somewhat of an expert, evidently.
Yeah.
But if you took anything down below head height,
There won't be anything left.
there wasn't much left in there.
Not of this one. I think it's a damson. I'm not sure. Those leaves damson. Anyway, should we have... I can't point at that one. Yeah, that whole thing,
The
right
whole
from...
thing?
Yeah,
Well, from right back in there.
yeah.
You don't want much, do you? I'll climb in here and get covered in ants. Don't you worry about me, Ant.
And
So for all you boys out there watching, it's power tools time. I know somebody out there is going to say that they were doing this all wrong, it's the wrong time of year and everything else, but you know, we're not experts and this is the only time of year we've got, because we've got to leave again mid-September, unfortunately. So we're doing the best we can, basically. Next tree, I'm assuming, are these all suckers?
I would say so, yeah.
They're growing and
yeah.
You notice that the different types of bark but on the same tree. I'm sure somebody will know what that means. This way. I'm sure somebody will know what that means. Dave Maunder, if you're watching this, in the comments below, why does that happen? You're a man who must know. Anyway, onwards.
Onwards. So you can see there is one apple so far on this tree. I might have to save that.
Don't call me Dangerous Dick for nothing. Ready? Without a safety net. Just for ant.
Take one. Oh, yes.
And safely back on the ground. Oh, darling.
Thank you very much. You rejoin us as Dick gets extra long. Look at that. A fine example.
Sorted. Look at that. What a difference you can make in an hour and a half. I got to be honest, the sweat is running down my back. I have no idea what temperature is out here, but it's fairly warm. But still not complaining. It could be worse. I could be in the UK. I see there's rain, heavy rain forecast this week. Sorry. That's much clearer. You can actually walk under the trees properly now. We've got an awful lot of foliage to get rid of, but we'll leave that piled up for a minute and let that break down, let all the leaves die off and everything. So it's only about half the size it looks now, and that'll probably go over the fence, because over the fence is unowned, no man's land, and obviously it will just break down. Anyway, that is that. I'm going indoors for a very cold shower. Catch you later. So, a brief interlude on the gardening video is that it's Saturday morning and we are off to, for the first time ever, I hasten to add, up to the southeast of Veliko Tarnovo to visit some people from YouTube. So, we're not going to film while we're there. Their channel is called Sharkstead, as you would expect it to be spelt. This is a young couple in their 20s who live here permanently, who we've been following on YouTube for probably about a year, 14 months, something like that, and we're finally going to go and meet up with them. So I'll put a link to their channel in the description on our video. Give them a look, please.
So many thanks to Mark and Anisha from the Sharkstead for a really enjoyable time at their home, and if you haven't already, please check out their channel, the Sharkstead. They obviously live there permanently, unlike us part-timers, So do check out their channel for a really nice insight into life in this beautiful country.
Cheers guys. So this is the day after the previous video clip, or the previous video clip was the day before this one, depending on which way you look at it. But we've been down here again. I'm just going to swivel you round, bear with. So we've been down here for about 2.5 hours again this morning, and really starting to look rather tidy. Really coming together down here. You can actually see the whole garden now. You can walk under the trees without beating your head on something. Obviously there are these, as I said before, these massive piles of branches and stuff, but you know, all in good time, all for another day. And this is actually fantastic now. You can actually see right the length of the garden from, I don't know if that'll pick it up, but up there somewhere is the veranda, lounge, whatever you want to call it, and you can now see the entire length of the garden. I'll try and put either some video or photo in from there, looking back down to where I'm stood now in a minute. Anyway, let's carry on. If it sounds like I'm out of breath, that's because I am. It's steep. Going on through. Clear here. And this is all that our man Stoyan trimmed for us the other day, leading up to the pool. It's actually great from our point of view that you can now see the entire garden. There's the pool, which you might have realised by now as we look around. They might think it's stupid putting a swimming pool under a tree because all the stuff that falls on it. It is actually the only flat piece of ground in the entire garden. Well, he just wants to rake through that grass down there, that loose grass. We'll rake all that another day and give the fresh stuff a chance to grow. Absolutely great. Right, we'll go indoors and have a look at that view. I don't know how well you'll see that. These action cameras aren't designed for zooming in really, but you can see that we've cleared the trees all around that corner of the barn where they were starting to go across the roof, and you can, if you look carefully, just about see the entire length of the garden. I can actually see the fence posts at the bottom of that slope. If we can find one, we'll put a photograph in of what it looked like before we started.